From basketball to body slams, Sophie Cunningham gets women's wrestling offer. When Sophie Cunningham joined the Indiana Fever in January, she was already a familiar face to fans. The 28-year-old guard has been in the league for 7 years, although it was this last season that brought her greater popularity. However, fans grew even fonder of her when they saw her defend Caitlin Clark in the game against the Connecticut Sun on June 17th. There, Caitlin was elbowed in the eye by J.C. Sheldon. In response, CC pushed her, and then Marina Mabrey knocked Clark to the ground with a shove. After the collision, and near the end of the game, Sophie did not forgive Sheldon and committed a hard foul on her, which led to an intense altercation, and both were ejected along with Lindsay Allen. In addition, Sophie has reacted harshly to the fine imposed on her by the league for a TikTok she posted. Her style and actions led her to be the center of attention for the founder and co-owner of Women of Wrestling, WOW. From basketball to body slams, David McLean has no doubt that Cunningham could be suited for wrestling, and he expressed this during the San Diego Comic-Con panel on Friday, stating that Caitlin Clark has an enforcer and is an impressive athlete. I flew to Las Vegas and watched them in action against the Aces, and I would love to have Sophia Cunningham in WOW because she takes down the competition and she makes sure that Caitlin Clark is safe on the basketball floor. And if you still think wrestling is in mud, oil, or jelly, while co-founder and Los Angeles Lakers owner Jeannie Buss felt the same way David first invited me to come see Women of Wrestling, Buss began, admitting that she made up 1,000 excuses not to go because she had the same view of wrestling as in the 90s. Until she saw it for herself, I am so proud of how far it's come. And all those images are out of your mind. It's a real sport, and these are real athletes. And Cunningham has not only proven to be a formidable opponent with combat experience on the court, but at the age of 6, she earned her black belt in Taekwondo. For this reason, she has a solid foundation in discipline, focus, and control, key tools for her career as a basketball player, but also as a wrestler, if she accepts the offer. Will we see Sophie in the ring? Sophie Cunningham stood at the free throw line, sweat trailing down her temple, eyes locked in, the sound of sneakers squeaking and fans buzzing around her. But the last thing on her mind was basketball. Instead, her thoughts kept drifting back to a moment earlier that week, an unexpected email that read, "We see the fire in you, Sophie. You've got the attitude, the grit, and the presence. Let's talk wrestling." Women's Wrestling Federation, WWF. At first, she laughed. Hard. She even showed it to her Indiana Fever teammates in the locker room, expecting jokes. But the room fell quiet. Then someone said, "Actually, you'd be perfect for it." A new kind of court. Known in the WNBA for her fearless plays, no-look passes, and unapologetic trash talk, Cunningham had become both a fan favorite and a headline magnet. But beyond the hardwood, Sophie had always been more than just a hooper. She was intense. She was theatrical. And, maybe most importantly, she loved a challenge. Her physicality on the court had already drawn comparisons to a WWE heel, a villain fans loved to hate. Elbows, stare-downs, trash-talking with a grin. She didn't shy from drama, she fed on it. So when the WWF, an emerging wrestling league focusing on women's empowerment and entertainment, reached out, it wasn't just a publicity stunt. They were serious. Sophie has the presence of a champion and the heart of a fighter, WWF Commissioner Roxy Blaze said. She's like Dennis Rodman and Ronda Rousey had a daughter. She belongs in our ring. From hardwood to steel cage. When asked about the offer during a post-game interview, Cunningham smirked. "I mean, I already wrestle people for rebounds," she joked, flexing her biceps. "Why not upgrade to suplexes?" But deep down, Sophie was intrigued. "I've always loved wrestling," she later confessed to Women's Sports Weekly. "Not just the fighting, but the stories, the rivalries, the chaos of it all. And the crowd? That electricity. It's addicting." Behind closed doors, her agent began preliminary talks. The offer wasn't to walk away from basketball, it was to moonlight, train during the offseason, and debut in the WWF's Summer Showcase as a crossover sensation. Think Shaq's WrestleMania cameo meets Logan Paul's current WWE run, but with high-stakes women's energy. They even had a persona ready for her. Name, the Slammin' Soffinator. Entrance song, Mama Said Knock You Out by LL Cool J. Finisher move, the Fever Pitch, a spinning slam modeled after her basketball footwork. Wrestling's wild welcome. When news broke, the wrestling world exploded. Social media lit up with split reactions. Cunningham in the ring? Oh, it's over for the rest of the roster. She's got the toughness. And the trash talk. Elite. If Sophie does a table spot, I'm buying front row. Wrestling stars welcomed her with open arms and open challenges. WWF champion Rage Rayna posted a video. Sophie Cunningham thinks she can jump from jump shots to jump slams? Girl, I dare you. Step in my ring, and you'll see it's not just elbows anymore. In response, Sophie fired back with a tweet. Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm not afraid of contact, ask the Liberty. Hashtag #SlamandSophinator. It was on. Fever reactions, from shock to support. The Fever organization didn't see it coming, but Coach Stephanie White wasn't surprised either. Sophie's always had that spark, White said. She's physical, passionate, and not afraid to stand out. As long as she's safe and focused, I say let her explore it. Teammates had mixed but mostly amused reactions. Caitlin Clark, recovering from injury, and now the de facto locker room captain, said, she already body checks us in practice. If wrestling gives her a place to do it legally, go for it. Aaliyah Boston even joked about becoming her tag team partner. Slam and Jam, Cunningham and Boston. Let's make it happen. A showwoman in the making. The wrestling world thrives on charisma, and Sophie had it in buckets. She began training privately at a gym in Missouri during off days, working with former wrestlers to learn the basics, footwork, promo delivery, how to fall safely, and how to build a persona. She was a natural. By July, the WWF officially announced her debut match. #SlamandSophinator vs. Rayna Rage, live at SummerSlam Showdown. It wouldn't be for a title. Not yet. But it would be for pride, spectacle, and to see if the basketball rebel could hang with the queens of the ring. Sophie promised to give it her all. A new frontier for athletes? Cunningham's leap into wrestling was more than personal. It hinted at a broader shift. With NIL deals, brand flexibility, and crossover fame, modern athletes were no longer confined to one arena. From Serena in fashion to Simone Biles in commercials to Caitlin Clark dominating trading cards, the age of multidimensional athletes was here. Sophie just happened to pick spandex and body slams as her side hustle. This isn't me leaving basketball, she told reporters. It's me expanding. I've always fought on the court, now I get to fight on a different kind of stage. And fans? They were here for it. From basketballs to body slams, Sophie Cunningham was ready to rule any ring she stepped into.